Hi guys, how you all doing today? Hope you guys are doing great. So guys, in today's video I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make a glowing caramel black soap. So this soap is going to maintain your complexion, glow your skin. It can be used for the face and for the body, and it's going to treat your skin at the same time. It's good for dark spots, eczema, and also for rashes. Okay, so I'm going to be taking you guys through on how I make this beautiful luscious soap. All right, and I'm going to be telling you guys the secret behind the gumminess and also the thickness of the soap. Also, as you guys can see, this soap is very thick, and that is how effective it is as well. I have written down all the recipe. I'm going to be telling you guys the percentage and the gram you need to make this soap. So in this case, we are making 250 ml. Okay, so I'll just be explaining you guys through. So guys, the first thing we're going to be making use of is black soap. So our black soap, we need 35%, which is 87.5%, and then we need ozone soap, which is 20%, 50 grams. And then we're going to be making use of shea butter, which is going to help moisturizing our skin. And then you need glycerin. So our shea butter, we're making use of 2%, glycerin 2%. Then we need kojic dip, which is 3%. We need brown licorice powder, which is 5%. We need glycolic acid, which is 1%. We need 3 days ball, which is 3%. We need activated charcoal, which is 2%. And then we need xanthan gum, which is 2%. We need omiaro, which is 10 to 15%. Then we need honey, which is a humectant. We need 2%. We need turmeric powder. We need 3%. We need sandalwood powder. We need 3%. Rice powder. We need 2%. Lemon pea powder. We need 3%. Then skin free milk, we need 2%. It's going to act as our booster. Then soap activator, we're going to make use of 5%. Lactic acid, we need 1%. Then preservative, you need 1%. Then essential oil, we also need 1%. So I'm going to be showing you guys how I make this soap. So for those of you that don't understand how to calculate percentage, all you need to do is, after you're done writing down your recipe, your ingredients bit by writing down your ingredients, just write the percentage you need. It first, you need to know the quantity you want to make. Then you divide your percentage by 100, then times it by the quantity you want to make. So that will give you the gram or the ml. And so guys, you need scale to be able to measure out all these ingredients. Without scale, you cannot size it. So as you guys can see, I already have my black soap, which is 87.5% in my bowl. And then I added in 50 gram of ozone soap. And I'm adding in my glycerin, which is 5 gram. All right, so make sure that you are targeting everything using your scale. All right, the percent by the side is normal, it's okay. So there's no way we can take that out. And the next thing I'll be adding into it is my omi arrow, which is very important in this process. As most of you know, omi arrow is what they use in making black soap. If you don't know, you can as well Google it or do more research about omi arrow. You will know that that is the main ingredient and palm kernel they use in making black soap. Some people add in what's it called, arches to it. So that is not the reason why we are here. So let me just go through this video. And then you're going to add in 5 gram of your soap activator. You know, you need to activate your soap, but if you don't have soap activator, it's fine. Okay, so then I use a double boiler method to melt my soap. So when melting your soap, you need to be very patient. If you are making a large quantity, then you can use your crook pot, or you can decide to put it in a pot and just reduce your gas cooker, or you put it in a very low setting so you can be able to melt your soap. As you guys can see, my soap has melted, and I have to wait for a while for it to solidify a bit before adding in the remainings of my ingredients. So let me just be truthful. What I did was to put the soap inside my freezer so it can solidify, because I need to make this video today for you guys. So right now I'm adding in my shea butter, which I have already melted using a double boiler method as well. You can as well use your microwave or using the same method I use. So now your shea butter is very important when making your black soap, because it's going to help moisturize your skin. And next thing I'm going to add into my black soap is kojic dip powder. So kojic deep powder, I need 7.5 gram. Okay, so kojic deep powder is a very strong whitening powder. It's a natural powder which is good in black soap. Okay, kojic deep pH level is almost the same pH of black soap. So as we all know, black soap is very alkaline. So when making your black soap, you need to know powders that you can add into it that will not cancel out. And the next thing I'll be adding in is licorice root powder, which is very good in black soap. So my licorice root powder, I have 15.5 gram. So licorice root powder is very good when it comes to black soap. If you haven't heard of it, it will be better for you to do more research about it. You will know that licorice root powder is so beautiful when it comes to black soap. It's very important and it's very good. So it has a lot of antioxidant and a lot of beautiful benefits from licorice root powder when it comes to black soap. So I'm going to do that by measuring measuring it with my scale. And then the next thing I'm going to add into it is my activated charcoal. So my activated charcoal, I need 5 gram. So I'm going to do it by adding that in. So if you know that you want to make this soap, why I am giving you guys the percentage and the gram is just for you guys to be able to get the percentage right. Okay, it's very important when making your soap or your products. Using your scale is so important. And the next thing I'm adding is my humectant, which is my honey. And then I'm adding in about 25 gram of honey. You can decide to reduce it and you can decide to increase it if you wish to. All right, so I'm just saying this in percentage and in grams so that you guys can have the guideline on how you can make it. I already know how to make my black soap, and I'm using scale for the purpose of this video so you guys will know what I'm talking about. And the next thing I'm adding into it is my turmeric powder. So my turmeric powder, I'm adding in about 7.5 to 8 percent. And then you need sandalwood powder, which is about 7.5% as well. And then I'm going to add in skin free milk. So this is not important. If you don't have skin free milk, or if you have any other whitening booster, you can decide to add that into it. So my skin free milk, I'm adding in 5 gram. Okay, so this is just going to help the soap lighten up your skin, give you a very beautiful complexion. All right, and the next thing I'm going to add into my soap is sulfur. So sulfur, I'm adding in about 5 gram. All right, so about 5 gram. You can add 4, 5 or 6 gram. And another thing that is so important when making your soap, botanicals powder, you can use it as you want because it's not an active powder. And the next thing I'm going to add into my soap is glycolic acid. So what is more important when making your black soap when it comes to your ingredients? You need to know the right percentage you can use your active powders. Okay, so botanicals powder, you can decide to reduce it or you can decide to increase it, but do not add too much, do not add less, just in case you don't have scale. So the most important thing for you to do is to know the right percentage you can use your active ingredient when producing your product, be it black soap or anything. And then next thing I'll be adding into it is my essential oil. So my essential oil, I'm adding in 1%, which is about 2.5 gram. Okay, so I will add that in. And this case, we are using lavender essential oil. You can decide to make use of tea tree essential oil. You can decide to make use of carrot essential oil, baobab essential oil, any essential oil that you have available. So what I'm going to do now is to stir my soap. I'm going to use my hand to mix it very well and make sure that it all incorporate together. So while mixing your soap, you have to be very patient while doing this. And you see, because I melted my soap and it's well melted and it's so easy for me to mix together, because if it was not well dissolved, it would have been very hard. You would have been seeing some chunk inside. As you guys can see, it's so smooth and it's looking so beautiful. So this soap can be used for any skin type. As you guys can see, I didn't add any strong ingredients or anything that will harm the skin. This soap is so natural. Everything, all the ingredients I use in making this soap is all natural. So now I'm adding in my glycerin. Okay, so I'm going to add in a bit of glycerin, and then I'm going to use that to dissolve my xanthan gum. As you guys know, I've already added in a little bit of glycerin, and I did well by dividing the percentage I needed. So I added in another 5 gram, okay, or 5% or whatever. So sorry, 5 gram or 5 ml. So I added in 2% of my xanthan gum. So I'm going to stir it together to dissolve. You cannot add your xanthan gum into your product just like that, because it's going to make lumps inside, if that makes sense. Okay, so you need to use your glycerin, because xanthan gum is soluble in glycerin. Okay, so then you stir very well, and then you add in your xanthan gum. Okay, so don't forget, we still have one ingredient that we haven't added into our soap, which is our preservative, and that's going to be the last thing that I'm going to add into it. So I forgot to tell you guys something. My what's it called, my 3-day bar soap or anti-pimples bar soap, I added that in when I was melting my soap. I forgot to show you guys, and I just want to let you guys know about that. So what I'm going to do now is to stir. As you guys can see, it looks a little bit light, but as you keep on mixing it, it's going to be more thicker. Okay, so that is the secret that a lot of people have, or a lot of people know. So now I'm going to add in my my preservative, which is 2.5%. Okay, so I mistakenly adding about 4%. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add in a little bit, and that will be it. So I don't want to add too much preservative. Already this soap does not contain any water, so it's safe. As you guys can see, I added in just a little, and then I'm going to mix my soap again. So as you guys can see, it is already thick in consistency, and as you leave this soap overnight, it's going to be more thicker, and it's so smooth. So for some people that don't like too much botanicals powders in your soap, it's so nice you use this recipe, because you're not going to see any chunk. And this soap, I made this soap for my brother, and he loved it so much. He told me that it does not want the soap to have lumps, so I just have to like create his own recipe myself, and it was so beautiful, and he loved it, and he has to give me extra cash. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, like my video, share, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.